Good afternoon, everyone. Today's 28th of June. I just arrived from work. It's currently 10 to 6 and I'm going to start my mid-year life reset. Today we're going to be doing a reset regarding our lives and everything that involves our personal life, our health, our business if we have one, or you can go ahead and think about your job, all those kinds of things. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that whenever we do a life reset in this channel, I always tell you that you should take as much time as you need. There is no need for doing a reset entirely in one day. That can be very, very tiring and overwhelming if you don't have the energy for it, or if you're not clear with a plan of how you want to run that life reset. So I said to myself, why not, instead of doing an explanatory video of how to do a life reset, why not create a vlog taking you guys with me while I do my life reset in several days? Because this year I do not have the enough energy to do my life reset in one day, and I don't feel like doing it in one day. It's just no, I don't feel like it. So it's gonna be several days, starting today, 28th of June, hopefully finishing 2nd of July. I don't have any specific reason for why I want to do it until the 2nd of July, other than the 2nd of July is a Sunday, and I like to start the week fresh and new, and so yeah, that's how I want to plan it. That's how I want to do it. Maybe this serves as an inspiration or motivation for you. So yeah, if you hear that noise in the background, it's the filter from the water. We're having lots of problems. The water is very dirty and I am suffering for the fish. We need to solve that because we don't know why. We clean it, we clean the filter, and then it gets dirty again. So normally to record my videos I turn off that, but yeah, I'm not going to do that to the fish. So yes, today I have the house to myself, and I decided that my mid-year life reset is going to start by doing a massive self-care, self-love session, a massive check-in with myself. We're going to start by mental health and emotional health. So yeah, I'm going to run a bath, grab my iPad, put on a TV show, grab the Nintendo Switch, go ahead and play Animal Crossing while I'm watching a TV show, which is going to be The Vampire Diaries. I don't know why I wanted to watch The Vampire Diaries. For me, rewatching TV shows just gives me a lot of comfort. It's TV shows that I absolutely loved and that I know what's happening and I know the ending. It's just I'm relaxed. It brings me a lot of comfort. And also playing Animal Crossing, it's very soothing for me. I don't know why, but it is very soothing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and run a bath, and I'm going to do a massive self-care session. I'm going to do a skincare. I'm going to tell my body how much I love it and how grateful I am that I have my body to count on, and that it's always there for me and always giving me the strength and the energy to wake up every day and work on our dream. I have been feeling very, very, very vulnerable. My self-confidence is at a very, very low point. I also feel like I am not able to accomplish the goals that I have, and I need to work on this. So I booked an appointment with my therapist. I really want to know what's triggering this, because even though I have an idea of what's happening, I love talking with my therapist because we always get to the origin, you know, and like we dig in deep, and then you're like, wow, this is coming from this. I did not imagine that. So I love when that happens. I love discovering things of myself. I love learning things of myself. And yeah, it's a process. So I really want to make sure that I know what's triggering this and how I can heal it and be back to confident Finoula and fighting for her dreams Finoula. Hello, today is Thursday, 29, and I just came out of work and I'm going to. I still get very shy when other people are beside me and I'm recording. I need to work on that. But I'm going to go ahead and do my nails now, and then I'm going to pick up some flowers because I told to myself this new habit that I want to do every single month. So yeah, I'm excited that this time is the first time. Hi guys, today is Saturday and it's 20 past 2. Yesterday after work I was feeling very tired. I really wanted to calm, and just be with myself. Jorge had some plans with work colleagues and I just really wanted some alone time, and I feel that if I'm recording and recording for me is part of work, I wasn't really going to be able to really relax. So I didn't record anything. I was just here on the sofa just wondering and with my thoughts, thinking about what I talked with my therapist, and also thinking about, I don't know, how's life lately. So I feel like now I'm really ready to do the life reset, because for me a life reset is a very profound practice, and it can be quite draining and it can be quite overwhelming. Hi baby. Hi. You want to say hello? Say hello. Hi. This cute baby. I'm taking care of her during the weekend, right? And she's so cuddly. She used to be all the time like close to me. So yeah, if you hear the pause on the background, that's her. So yeah, in my opinion, a life reset is putting a lot of effort and a lot of thinking and a lot of evaluation, and it can be very overwhelming if you do not do it the right way. So after taking these days to slowly prep for the practice, I'm finally ready, and I'm going to start by meditating. I really like doing some meditation or some yoga before the life reset because it gets me in a relaxed state and I can really do the practice well. If you have been following me for a while, I start the life reset by a brain dump. So that is basically putting everything that you have in your mind onto a piece of paper or your computer or whatever. I have a Notion template with the entire process of the life reset I will leave the link down below in the description just in case you're interested. But yeah, every single year I just follow my own Notion template with a live reset, and the first step is to do meditation, to be in a calm state so that we can properly do the brain dump and the steps that come after the brain dump. So I'm going to prep my meditation corner with a scent that my mom got me from London. Yes, this is not for you. No. The reason why I do all this, other than to have a nice scent, I really liked what my yoga teacher taught me. Like, there is a reason behind lighting a candle. So when I light a candle, I tell to myself of what themes I want to let go of, and lighting the candle is the practice of you saying, I am letting go of whatever you told yourself. So for meditation, I use the app Insight Timer, and I'm going to go ahead and open it and find for a meditation that is suitable for today and for the goal that I have. I chose the
Welcome to this creative mindfulness meditation recording, which has been designed to help you connect with a feeling of presence and peace, and to free yourself from any worries or fears. The best place to listen is lying down on a bed or a couch at a time when you won't be disturbed.
I'm just going to sit down for this
And
practice.
for full effect, I recommend you listen with headphones to anchor yourself to the present moment. Attention to your face. Now focus on your jaw, allowing it to relax with your teeth apart, releasing any tension.
I was recording a podcast this morning, podcast which will be released this week. I'm very excited. I'm coming back to the podcast. But I was recording a podcast this morning, and I grabbed a cushion that we have to be on the floor because the sofa was too high for the setup that I wanted, and it was so comfy that I just stayed like this working on things. So I've got my computer here, and I'm going to go ahead and do the brain dump, which is a very intense thing to do. My personal advice here is do the brain dump as many times as you need to, because maybe the first time that you sit down to do the brain dump doesn't necessarily work the way that you want. So maybe you sit down and you're ready to put every single thing that you have in your head onto the piece of paper, but maybe you think you're finished, and then you just move on and do other things, and then something else pops up and you want to write that down. So don't put any pressure on yourself about how long you want to take to do the brain dump, and just take as much time as you want. For me, the brain dump is one of the most important steps, because the brain dump is going to give you a clear vision of what's happening inside here, right? And then after doing the brain dump, you will be able to look at it and evaluate every single thing. So for me, the way I do the brain dump, and again, you can find this in the Notion template, I've got a table which I have designed for myself, and you can adjust it to your own life. So the way that I do this is that I separate things into different categories, the different categories that happen in my life. So I've got personal life, I've got health, I've got career, I've got living in Brussels, I've got PhD work, I've got the business website, YouTube, and Instagram. And anything that is happening in my head, whether it is a thought, a task, a feeling, anything, I write it down and I put it into its right category. So, for instance, in personal life, I have update Spotify list. This is something very, like, I don't know, nonsense, but for some reason, having my playlist messy really stresses me out. And it's just always in my mind, you know, like, oh, I need to remember to update the playlist. Then another thing that I've wrote in personal life is I want to confront my fears. I want to be true to myself. I want to respect my values and my principles. So I'm reading this out loud just for you to know exactly what I mean when I say a thought, a feeling, a task, an appointment, an emotion, anything that pops up in your head regarding anything, put it down and put it in the different categories of your life, so you will know exactly what to do later. So this is an example. For instance, in health, I want to keep on with the journey of changing the bad treats with good, healthy treats. Mainly this happens to me when I'm stressed, anxious, or with my period. I tend to go to really, really bad things. Like I want ice cream, or I want to order junk food. I really would like to stop that and change that for healthy treats. The problem is that I don't have a lot of time in my hands, and doing healthy treats mean creating the recipe myself. So this is another journey, something that I would like to do, but for now. Then here it says I need to book an appointment with technologists for yearly revision. That's something that I need to do. Then regarding my career, I want to become a yoga teacher. And then after the PhD, there are a few courses that I would like to do. So I wrote it down because it's nice to have it there for whenever I feel demotivated or I have a bad day. So yeah. This is for the brain dump. Once the brain dump is done, the next step is to evaluate. So I have created a table where I will start by very little things. So I will not take every single thing that I wrote down in the brain dump and put it in my table. I will take like, okay, I want to focus on these three for now. Let's see what we can do about these things that I wrote down in the brain dump. And I will analyze them. So first of all, ask the question, why is this in your mind? Try to see where is it coming from? What is triggering this? The next question is, what can you do about this? Like, is there something in your power that you can do, or is it out of your control? The next thing is, does it resonate with you? This question is for instance, a goal or a habit that you wanted to achieve. Let's say that in the new year, in the start of the year 2023, you set up a goal, certain goals that you wanted to work on, and then 6 months later nothing has been done regarding that goal. In my opinion, it could be because either you're not putting the time, or you haven't created the right system to achieve that goal, or something happened in you that you no longer resonate with that goal, and maybe you didn't really want to do that goal. That's why whenever I find it's really important that whenever you set up a goal, you ask yourself why you want that goal. And when you find the why, ask that why another why, and do that like 5 times. Ask the answer why like 5 times, so that you get to the true why of why you want to achieve a certain goal or a certain habit. And the reason for this is to make sure that you really want to achieve that goal and that you're not putting it in your New Year's resolution just because it's a trend or because you saw it on a YouTube video or something like that. So it's really for you that you're doing it. But yeah, in this case, what no longer resonates with you could be a useful question to see if you are aligned with the goals that you set up at the start of 2023 or not. Careful here, because you could say, oh no, I haven't done this in 6 months, so this means it really doesn't resonate with me. Careful, because maybe you're giving up. You're using this as an excuse to give up. You really have to be careful at the time of doing this and really take your time, because sometimes we're scared of doing a certain goal, or we just really don't know how to do it. So we wait and we wait and we wait until it's the right moment, and then if you ask yourself this question, you could end up saying, okay, so the reason why I haven't done this is because I really don't resonate with it. And then it could happen that in a few months you're like, oh, but I really wanted to do that. So really take the time to answer these questions and be very careful to not use this as an excuse to not work on some things. Then what can you do now? With the things that you wrote on the brain dump and that you are analyzing, remember, you're taking a few things at a time. You're not trying to handle everything at once, because you can feel overwhelmed and anxious, and we do not want that. So about the things that you're evaluating, what can you do now about them? This is probably one of the hardest questions for me. Like, sometimes I can manage to say where this is coming from, what I can do about it, like even create a plan, but then what I can do now in this moment, that is a hard one for me to answer. So after the brain dump and evaluating, evaluating the brain dump, the next thing that I like to do is to evaluate my current life. So I have a list of questions that I like to answer, but I also like to use some cards. So I've got different cards, different oracles, and I just pick the one that I feel like. I shuffle, pick 3, and see what they say, and try to think about my life regarding what they mentioned. But if you don't like that, you can just look for some journaling prompts in Google. Apart from this, I like to write down 3 things that I'm thankful for that have happened in this past 6 months. 3 things that I'm proud of, and 3 things that I overcame. Then 3 things that I have learned about myself, 3 lessons about my work, and 3 lessons I learned about life. And then after doing this, I like analyzing. I've got the scientist in myself. I just analyze everything and evaluate and do experiments and tests all the time. So to analyze the feelings, I ask myself, what feelings and emotions did I experience? Positive and negative, both of them. Then, why was I feeling like this? Where are the feelings coming from? Were there any of the feelings becoming a pattern? Yes, for sure. The anxiety. It was really bad this past month. Which of these feelings would I like to let go of? Anxiety, for sure. And which would I like to keep with me? And then, what actions am I taking for myself, and what actions am I taking for my work? I like putting this once I have done the entire analysis, and I really do this for everything and as many times I need to do it. So don't get overwhelmed if your brain dump is huge and filled up with so many things. I promise, just go 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Take what you can at each time and then go from there. Normally, this part of the live reset is what I do first, normally, which is massive cleaning, declutter everything, closet, documents, everything. This is going to take me a few days. I'm talking about like the digital declutter. It's going to take me a few days because I need to sort out a lot of things, like documents on 3 different Google Drives, documents on 2 different drives. Yeah, just lots of things like videos and things like that I really need to sort out, and I know it's gonna take me a long time, so I have accepted that. But I do want to organize and clean the house. This year I didn't really feel like starting by that. I felt like taking it slow, you know, and started by the things that I have started doing, and now I feel, I don't know, I feel good after the exercise that we did. I just did a little dance cardio. So my energy is pumped and I'm feeling really good right now. So I want to, you know, clear the space, organize everything, put everything where it should be, because right now it's quite a mess. But I wanted to share something with you. This mid-year life reset, I did something for myself. I have been telling myself for a very long time, why don't I own a pair of flats? Like, I love heels, I love sandals with a little heel, but sometimes, you know, it's that day that you're like, I just want to be on a flat pair of shoes. Like, I cannot do heels. As much as I love them, I cannot do heels today. And I never had them. I just have trainers, and sometimes like lately is really, really hot here and you don't feel like having your feet in a closed shoe. I just got so excited about this. I just got my first ever, I don't think I'm gonna say this right, Birkenstock sandals, and I wanted to share because they arrived just now. And so with this, I want to say, if there's something that you have been wanting for a very long time and you know that you need them, like I don't have flat sandals, you know, like they're gonna make a difference and make you feel good, do it. Just gonna show you. So I'm here ready to have my breakfast with my coffee, and before I end the video I just want to go ahead and do the final part, even though for me it's not really the final part because I still have to do my digital declutter, but I have decided that instead of doing a massive digital declutter, I will do it little by little in this upcoming week. But in this part, in this final part of the mid-year life reset, I like to evaluate how is it going with the books that I chose at the beginning of the year. So if you did the life reset for the new year with me, I advise you to pick 2 books that resonate with your current life situation so that it can help you. So as I mentioned on that video last year, I had books that was focused on the PhD work, focused on facing your fears and how to handle those things. And the books that I chose for this 2023 was a book about yoga, because I'm doing a yoga course to become a yoga teacher and understand how yoga can affect our health. And this book about cancer, just because I'm quite obsessed with cancer and everything that has to do with living an anti-cancer lifestyle. However, even though I did started them, I stopped because of some health issues that happened, and I just changed. So I didn't really change the books. Like I'm still trying to read these books and I would love to finish them by the end of the year, but I had to incorporate one book to the list, which is this one, which I started years ago, and I think it was one of the books that I chose in one of the old life reset videos. It's the Period Repair Manual by Dr. Lara Briden, I don't know. And I had some issues with my female health and some things that I need to understand. I went to the doctor. So yeah, this is my focus right now. I will make a video about what is happening in those health issues, just in case it can help some of you. So this is the book that I'm focusing on right now, and I want to buy the book Fast Like a Girl, because I was doing intermittent fasting the wrong way. I was doing intermittent fasting like men do intermittent fasting, and apparently so I'm still learning, but if I understood it correctly, it's just the way that men do intermittent fasting can really have bad negative impact on the female health. So there is a book called Fast Like a Girl that I really want to get so that I can understand more about it, because all of the intermittent fasting advices that I was getting were from men. So maybe there's something that we need to look into and understand how it's different, intermittent fasting for men and for women. So yeah, that is my book evaluation, and I really don't want to get overwhelmed with all of this, but I also really want to read them. But yeah, so this is the end of the video of the mid-year life reset. This year I just decided to take it very chill and like baby steps, just thinking of my life, my health, how I can improve it. So yeah, I really hope that you liked it, that you found value and inspiration in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.